Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a lot of career and personal finance related videos here on my channel. So if that's something of interest to you, then please do subscribe to my channel down below and be sure to follow me over on my Instagram page as well, Success by Sanjana. Now, as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm really excited to share with you some habits that have really been working for me over the past few months of being self-employed. Now, if you are interested in finding out, then please keep watching. Alrighty, let's get started. Now, the reason I wanted to share these highly effective habits, and there's 7 of them, is because I did actually read a book is around the 7 habits of highly effective people. If you haven't read that, I do recommend reading that. I'll leave a link to it down below in case you are interested. But I thought I would just put a spin to it and share with you my 7 highly effective habits that have actually worked for myself. So let's get started. Now, the first habit that has undoubtedly helped me in terms of my workflow management and jotting down ideas, making sure I'm on top of my schedule, is making sure that everything is synced up. Now, you guys may remember that I used to be a person that would write down a to-do list on a piece of paper, cross it out, and I would work that way. But unfortunately, that does not work for me anymore. I'm having to cross-reference what's written down on my laptop, on my phone, and I really don't like that. I feel like that's a waste of my time, and I cannot waste time just cross-referencing and seeing what's happening. So what I do for that is I actually have a to-do list which is called Todoist, and Todoist is something that if I've got any ideas, YouTube ideas, video ideas, I would actually jot them on my phone, and then that syncs up to my laptop, and that's a great way for me to just keep on track with everything. I know everything's in the one space. If I access it on my computer, I know it's going to be there and I don't need to look around for a few different things. The other thing that I have is actually synced up as well is my Google Calendar, and I'm sure a lot of us have done this as well, but it is just synced up to my phone and my desktop as well. So I know if I put something there on my phone, it's going to show up on my computer as well. And of course, the trusty Apple Notes application. Again, this is something if I ever want to jot any rough ideas and it's not like a YouTube video idea or content idea and I just want to keep this in mind, I use obviously Apple Notes. It's on my phone, it's on my desktop. If ever I need anything, I know that I can go to, my phone or the laptop and it's definitely going to be there, and that has really helped me in terms of efficiency and productivity as well. I like seeing my work visually, and I like making sure that it is always around me and I can access it whenever possible, because having things on a diary or a piece of paper may become lost and you may not look at it, especially if you've got a few things happening on your computer. So I have 100% transitioned into a paperless sort of workflow for myself, and I really see the benefits of it, and I highly encourage you guys to try it out too. The next point that I want to share with you, and it may just sound very cliche, but I can guarantee you, and I know I've done a video on this before as well, and a lot of you guys have actually come back to me and messaged me saying that it actually works, and I'm so glad that I was able to make that shift in your lifestyle, and that is waking up earlier. Now, a lot of people may ask or may say that I struggle with waking up early. I can't do it. Well, let me tell you, just go to sleep early. It's as simple as that. For the first night, you may not be able to sleep. You'll get a disrupted sleep and you may actually feel pretty bad in the morning. But once you get into that regular cycle, you get into that routine, let me tell you, it's going to make the world of difference in terms of getting more done if that's what you're after. If that's not what you're after, then totally disregard this point. But if that's what you're after, being more productive, more efficient, then try this technique out. Go to sleep earlier. Me, myself, I tried to get into bed at about 9:30 p.m. and I'm fast asleep by 10 so that I am able to wake up the next morning at about 6 a.m. So there I have it, my 8 hours of sleep. That's what I personally need to function. Of course, there are days that I don't get that time, but most nights I do try to aim for good amount of sleep so I am productive and I'm able to smash out my day and get more done from my to-do list, because I found that working for myself these days has just gotten so busy that I'm actually struggling to get everything done from my to-do list. So I think waking up a little bit earlier, starting off with half an hour earlier each day, definitely does help. The third point that I want to mention is to take mental health days. Take a break take a few days off, go somewhere, maybe take a holiday, because that really does help. Now, ever since quitting my 9 to 5, I've just been go, 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 and I haven't actually had a chance to just pause a little bit and take some time out for myself. And I recently went on a Mudgee trip where I did actually vlog that. So if you do want to see that vlog coming up on my other channel, then head to By Sanjna. It's another YouTube channel that I've got, which is more just lifestyle and more fashion and beauty content. So if that's for you, then head to that channel and you'll see that vlog there. But I was just spending time with my partner and I was just happy to take it all in, stay away from technology. And when I came back from that trip after the weekend, I was feeling a lot more energized. I had more sort of thinking power and I was in a better mental state. So definitely take a break if things are getting too much. The next point that I want to mention, and given I am working for myself now, it's always been very hard to stick to a routine and work according to what I want to work. But I feel that hasn't really worked for me. Obviously, working in a 9 to 5 job for many years, I had a strict routine. I would start work at 9 a.m, finish at 5 p.m, and then do whatever else I want after that. But it's definitely been hard because I'm trying to get more done in my day. So sometimes I'm starting earlier, I'm finishing later, but I think it's very important to stick to a routine that you know that actually works. And I know working 9 to 5 hours actually worked because that's what I've been used to for so many years. And if you struggle with working, those hours and you're struggling to find a routine for yourself, I suggest auditing yourself. I think it's a great way to find where you can find time in your day and you can jot down with 5-minute intervals and see where you're actually spending your time. And I did this exercise a few times and I noticed that there was definitely a lot of time wastage occurring. So audit yourself, just pull up an Excel spreadsheet and write down from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep what you did that day and put a time next to it. And I think you'll be able to see and you'll be quite pleasantly surprised to see that you've actually got more time than you think. The next point that I want to mention, and this is very important, but I think a lot of people usually tend to write a lot on their to-do list and they feel overwhelmed that they don't get that done. But let me tell you, as long as you can guarantee yourself that you're productive and you've audited yourself, you should not be stressed. If you are stressed, that means you have a lot on your plate and you actually need to cut down the amount of work that you're doing. Personally, for me, I usually tend to write a longer to-do list because I like getting my thoughts out of my head. I don't like them sitting there because then I get more stressed. So I like writing everything down. And when I say writing, I mean on my laptop. And personally for me, I know I'm not going to get everything done that day, and that's okay with me. I'm happy to roll that over the next day. Of course, it means, priority things get done first, and if I'm working towards deadlines, and that gets done first as well. But if I know I've been productive the entire day, I'm not going to be harsh on myself. I'm not going to, make myself work and get everything done on that to-do list. So I think it's very important to just manage your stress and say to yourself that it's actually okay if you don't get everything done, as long as you can promise yourself that you have been productive that day. And if you're finding yourself being stressed more often, take a break, go for walks, and really just chill out and spend time on yourself. The next point, which I feel has definitely helped me over the years, and that is budgeting. I think it's very important to not lie to yourself. Be transparent with yourself about your finances. Know how much money you're actually making, how much you're putting away, and how much you're spending, investing. I think is very important to know that and be true to yourself. Last thing you want is for you to think you're ready to start investing and you check your finances and you see that you actually don't have enough. So I think it's very important to budget on a fortnightly or monthly basis, whatever works for you, and really be open with yourself and see, could there be times where I could cost cut here? Could there be times where I could maybe, spend a little bit more on myself, and just find that right balance for yourself. And the final highly effective habit, which I swear by, and that is being proactive. I think you have to be proactive in this day and age if you want to achieve something for yourself. Sitting back, laying back, and waiting for things to come to you, waiting for opportunities to come to you, just does not work. Unless, of course, you're very lucky and things just come to you. But a lot of times that does not happen. So I think being proactive, going out there, showing initiative, taking an active approach is very important if you want to get shit done. I think it is so important if you want to achieve more in your day, more in your life, and figure things out for yourself. I think you need to put your hand up and not be lazy about your personal finances or your career. It's very important because no one else is really going to take that responsibility. The accountability is on you. It's your responsibility. You can change the way you live your lifestyle if you just put in effort from yourself, and no one else is going to do this. No one's going to bug you to do this. It ultimately has to come down to you. So make sure you are proactive. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it inspirational, informative, and just learning from me in terms of my highly effective habits that have actually worked for me. These are things that I've all implemented in the last 9 months of being self-employed. So I really hope you can take something out of this video today. And if you did enjoy this video, then please do give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks guys.